friend suggested to me that I should write my life story. Well, after wasting lots of paper, decided that was not the way for me. Let's do what I enjoy, and that's video. But how? Have you ever tried to read text and look into the camera lens at the same time without looking up, down, across, whichever way? After many attempts at this, I found a way by using a stand with a laptop showing the text and my phone sitting on top of the keyboard. So I am looking directly at the camera. I started by using a green screen, which let me put myself on any background, but you do lose some quality and sharpness. So I've decided to change that by filming myself at my desk with a blank wall and superimposing the screen on the wall to view the films and photos, which are very old and not the best quality, and a larger screen for the better ones. I think the result is a lot better. So I have redone all the parts with this setup, and I hope you agree with me. Thank you. Enjoyed the rest of the parts. Hello folks, I want to tell the story and events of my life, highlighting the memories that made big changes to it. I was born in the middle of the war on the 4th of October 1942 at Loveday Street Hospital in the city of Birmingham. My father and mother, Steve and Doris, were born in Birmingham. Dad was a butcher and started work at 14, delivering meat on a bicycle to the big houses in the area. Mother was a hairdresser. They married in 1937 and they bought a house in King's Standing. This is the house as it looks today. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, Roger, John and Margaret. My first memory was at the age of 2.5 when Mother came home after giving birth to my brother Roger. At the age of 5, maybe I was accident prone. Coming out of school, a man on a bicycle ran into me and broke my leg. So I was in plaster for 6 weeks. At the age of 7, I fell in the garden and broke my arm. I had to have a plate fitted in it. 8 weeks in plaster again. Sitting at the dining room table in 1959, I watched Dad count out £249 to buy the latest standard Vanguard. Went with him to collect it from colliers in the centre of Birmingham. Mum and Dad sold the house in Kingston in that year and we moved to Hascross Green Road, Shirley, Solihull. A much larger house and a very nice area. A 200-year-old oak tree stood on the front and a large garden at the rear with apple trees, gooseberries and blackberries. It was like going into paradise. 2 very special people in my life were Mother's sisters, Aunt Gladys and Aunt Ethel. Aunt Gladys was a tailoress and worked in 5 Ways at Sebastian. Ethel worked in an office at Simprix Works in Albury, I think. They supported Mother at all times and were golden to us all. Both of them never married and they had travelled widely. They told us stories of those times. When going for tea with them, it was always served with the proper type of cup and saucer, napkin and etc. All prim and proper. Oh, why didn't I write all down these stories? On the day sweet rationing ended in 1953, Mum treated us to a Mars bar, cost threepence, 1.5 pence today. What a treat that was. Unfortunately, walking home, carrying a bottle of lemonade, she tripped and cut her arm, so it was a bittersweet day. Dad worked 6 days a week, like most folks in those days. Very often, took us into the country, to places of interest, and stopped for picnics. In the summer months, Dad would take us on a Friday night to the seaside somewhere for the weekend. He would go back the same night so he could open the shop on the Saturday morning, and then travel back after work to join us for Sunday. We walked with him to the local shop to buy the Sunday papers, a box of Swan Vestas and 20 players, costing £0.50, 12 pence today. At this time, lots of little things come to mind. My schoolmate Derek Mossam and I explored a building site one evening, as you do at that age. We were only exploring. Suddenly a shout came from a policeman riding a bicycle. We ran like hell, but he caught us up, gave us a clip around the ear. We never did it again. Derek and I went around a lot together. His dad was quite laid back, and he could go out to play any time. Dad made me do a chore before I could go and play. This could mean anything from polishing everybody's shoes, etc. I hated him for this, but later respected him for it. It taught me the responsibility of doing the jobs before you play. Life was good as I remember, and joined the Boys Brigade. Met once a week for drill at the local school. Went to camp in Tenby, Wales, 1955 with them. One day the Queen's train was to run past our campsite, and we all had to dress in uniform and stand to attention as she passed. I left school in 1958 at the age of 16. The first job I held was decorating with Mr. Shepherd, an officer from the Boys Brigade. It was only a temporary job, although it taught me how to fix wallpaper and paint. Realising I needed to get a proper job, but what? In those days all men would say the toolmaker was a good trade. So I applied for an apprenticeship at the BSA Small Arms. There was not a lot for teenagers to do in the evenings at that time. I joined the Shirley Police Club, which was great. They held dances, and of course we met girls. And it also kept us, most of us, on the straight and narrow. A few of my mates at that time now had bought motorbikes, and sadly many had accidents. In 1959, after 6 months at the BSA, decided this was not for me. A tool setter named Frank J had said to me, "Don't end up like me, smelling of suds every night. Go and see the world." A friend I had knocked about with at the time had been in the Merchant Navy. What he told me excited me. After giving this a lot of thought, decided, yes, let's go for it. This decision was to change the rest of my life. Thank you for watching.